Hey guys, hope you're doing well today. Just want to do a quick video as I'm going for a walk outside. Yeah, I am outside and it is not the greatest day ever, but it's not too hot. But anyway, let's chat, let's talk here. Been thinking a lot about this lately. The topic of why are we here? We as in awake ones. You know who you are if you're awake and you can see, you know who you are. Some of us that claim they can see, I think they're decoys, they're NPCs, they're AI potentially. But the ones that know, the ones that can see, they'll understand where I'm coming from here. Us awake ones, us truth seekers, you could call it, are so different from the rest of the population. We are so much more, in a sense, advanced with our abilities to be aware, to be conscious of what's going on, to be open to what's true, whether it feels good or not. We are so much more advanced. And they all seem to be the same from each other. They seem very similar. They don't challenge authority typically. They're not open to truth if it makes them feel uncomfortable. They go with the status quo. Now, different countries have different programming, different people, depending on their upbringing, depending on how they're wired, are going to be slightly different, but their differences are all within the scope of what's acceptable by the controllers, what they've put out there, like different flavors of ice cream, right? Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. But they may not be so open to if you mix them all together and add something else to it, maybe some nuts. They'll think you're crazy. If you add some nuts in, mixing the strawberry, vanilla, the chocolate, you get where I'm coming from. It's like there's different choices people have. They have options like movies they can watch. Certain genres like comedy or horror, action, thrillers, psychological thrillers. Democrat, Republican, if you're in the United States. All these options, these choices. But if you say, well, I don't want any government, well, then you're going to get a lot of pushback now, aren't you? Right? If you say, I want to make my own party, and my own party is called XYZ, and these are the principles, these are the values of this party, and this is going to be my new party, people will look at you like you're crazy, right? Because it's not within that scope, that box, that chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, those choices that are traditional and that people have been given by the controllers as their options. So they're all very much the same. These sheeple, these quote sheeple, they're not very different. We are so different. We are on the other side of the spectrum. We are free thinkers. We think for ourselves for the most part. And we are aware of things. We are fully conscious that this place is evil. So what does this mean? What it means is it's very likely that we could be, and this is my opinion, agents in the Matrix here. We entered the Matrix so we could free some spirits. We could wake them up. We could resist. Just our energy, our vibes, frequency could be enough to resist more hell here. Sorry, I'm getting a little out of breath as I'm walking up a hill. So maybe just us being here makes a difference. Maybe we chose to come here because we had a mission, but it wasn't something where it's like, well, I came here because I wanted to go on vacation in Hawaii, or I wanted to go on a cruise. I wanted to have fame and success, fortune. Maybe that's not why we came here. But we came here to do some dirty work. As far as the Matrix is concerned. to bring light to this place, to encourage thinking, encourage truth-seeking, to wake people up, to wake up spirits. I know not everybody can be woken up, but there are ones right now that have not awoken, and they will someday. They have the potential to wake up, and that could be why we're here, to do that, to help them. But we knew that they weren't all that way. We might have known that, hey, most of these people are just artificial NPCs, these normies, we call them, right? Quote, normies. We knew that there was a lot of them, but there's some mixed in that maybe are loving, caring, free spirits. Well, they're not free if they're here, right? But they're real. Like you and I, we're real. We came in here to get the real ones out, or to try. Because if you can use your imagination and just imagine this place being outside this place and taking a look at it from afar, and you have a real good sense of what's going on here, all the suffering, the injustice, the trauma people go through. You say, you know what, I can't let that happen anymore. I can't allow that, and I know that there's spirits in there that stumbled in there, and maybe they were trying to help, and we're trying to help them and get them out. But we came in here and we kind of got stuck. We got entangled in this place, and we really didn't know how difficult it might be to wake these spirits up. And maybe we didn't know how to identify them. We sort of were in over our heads a little bit. We didn't really know what we were getting ourselves into. And we got trapped here, temporarily, of course. And then we naturally woke up, because we were going to wake up anyway. And we realized, fuck, that didn't go so well. This isn't really working. How can I get out of here? How can I save myself? I'm here trying to save all these spirits, and I can't even save myself now. What's going on? And we just want to get out and free ourselves, because we forgot about why we came here in the first place. I don't hear many people talk about us choosing to come here, to be heroic, to do the right thing. But I know that if I was standing outside, metaphorically speaking, I'm standing outside of this box or this place, and I look in and I can feel the frequencies, and I can get flashes of glimpses of what's going on, and I get these scenes of what's happening here and the suffering that's going on, and I'm just like, I gotta go in there. I gotta do something, because I'm an eternal spirit and I can take care of myself, and I'm gonna be just fine. So it won't be much risk to me. But then we got in here, and then we forgot why we came, we forgot who we were, and then we're trying to figure it all out. We were just very close to being as kind of as asleep as the normies were. But then we were able to wake up, which made sense, because we are more advanced. We're advanced beings, advanced spirits that came in here to help save others. And then we lost our way, and we forgot how we got here and why we came here in the first place, and now we all want to just get out. So that's really where I'm coming from as an opinion. I think it's something that should be on the table, and not something that's that you shouldn't take it from me that I think that this is definitely the way it is, or that I'm leaning towards that. But I find it very possible, and I know that I would likely make that decision to come in here, and perhaps I was tricked at the same time because I didn't know it would be this difficult, and hey, maybe I was given visions of this place, from when I was from the outside, as I was entering that field that surrounds this place, and I was getting these glimpses of what it looks like inside, and maybe that was a trick to get me in here as well, But the question would be, why did I come here? Well, I came here to do the right thing and be heroic. Not thinking about it as being a hero, but just to do the heroic thing, to save somebody. Because there's nothing more opposite than this place and myself. I'm so much different than this place, and it's very difficult to deal with the norms of this reality because they just are not what I would do and not the way I would create it. And it's just a complete clown show. It's a complete shit show, and people pretend to be normal and pretend things are fine, but underneath everything, it's just all decay, and it's just all just rotting underneath, and death, and not life, not beauty, not sunshine, but just darkness and decay and death. Not to say that darkness is bad. Darkness can be good, Not to say the light is necessarily good, that duality, but just a way to express sort of what I'm thinking, not to be taken literally. So yeah, would you choose this? If you didn't know, maybe you didn't know it was going to be this bad or this difficult. Maybe you thought it was going to be kind of easy. Maybe you didn't think you'd forget why you came here. Maybe you thought you'd remember that, but we made that mistake, and now we're here. So I guess what we can do, if this is true, what we can do is do our best to try to wake up the people that can be woken up, to do the right thing, to be ethical, to live a moral life here, and increase our knowledge about ourselves. Look within ourselves, regain some of our power, and then make sure that, once we do get out of this place, because there's just no way we're coming back here, because we're so different than this place. It's just, we're not a match. We're not a vibrational match to this place. And anybody that you meet online or in the truth community or the truth space, anybody that's just a complete ass or a bitch or a cunt to you for no fucking reason, well, guess what? They match this frequency, and they ain't going anywhere because they're just like this place. So hopefully when we do get out of here, which is going to be perhaps very easy if we can find ourselves here a little bit more, realize some of that power, hopefully we will learn from the mistake that we made and come up with a better strategy, because I know none of you want to be here, and I don't want to be here either. Especially if I don't think I'm making much progress with others, especially if I don't think I'm really helping. So we don't want to be here, so we need to make sure we don't make the same mistake again. And maybe we'll learn from it. Maybe it won't be something where next time, we're just going to stumble back into something like this because we wanted to be heroic. We'll be like, no, what we need to do is is this, or we need to look out for certain red flags. We can learn and grow, because anybody that's real spirits, real people, make mistakes. If you are real, you're going to make mistakes. And you're not going to be perfect, because nothing that's real is perfect.